In this particular lecture, we are going to talk about that are we witnessing a new scramble for Africa? The superpowers of the world are once again competing for the influence in Africa, and it's the very time for the continent to reclaim its sovereignty. Africa can still turn around the situation and reclaim its sovereign rights. Otherwise, the world's most powerful nations they are competing for the control of the abundant natural resources of the African continent. Some analysts they describe this phenomena as a new scramble for Africa in reference to the first scramble for Africa which took place between 1881 and 1914 and resulted in the powerful European nations dividing, occupying and colonizing the continent. We will analyze that the superpowers like the US, the China and Russia, as well as some key European countries and the less powerful nations like Japan, India and Brazil are currently very active in Africa. Even some energy-rich Gulf countries are also racing to consolidate their investments on the continent as they seek to expand their economies beyond the oil and gas sector. Foreign military presence is also growing on the continent under the guise of the counter-terrorism efforts. The Djibouti is one very important example. And the Americans, under the Trump, they have a lack of interest in Africa, which is being exploited uphill by China. And China is slowly converting Africa into China's China. How India and China are developing their engagements with Africa, we will also see. And what are the differences in the approach? And India's sustained and the systematic outreach to all parts of Africa is a welcome move. But what are the hurdles and the prospect of such move will also be analyzed in this particular lecture. Africa is looking to India for the growth inputs, but can India afford giving this growth inputs, or does it require the benevolent help of Japan and other superpower nations with ample surplus finance? This is a part of this particular lecture, which is a very short but very important, and it consists of some 20 very important points.